going to be using 4 bananas here for this banana bread recipe. This is my peeled banana. My banana is not as ripe as I want it to be actually, but like I urgently just need to make this banana bread, so I'm just going to make it a bit like that. So I'm going to go in with the back of my fork to mash this banana. Some people have this, mashing instrument or utensil, but I don't have that at this time, so I'm going to just use a fork. Okay, and then just use the back of the fork and go in like this. So now mash. So this is the mashed banana, 4 bananas which I mashed. So I'm just going to go in with all the wet ingredients. It looks like I didn't mash this properly, but yeah, it's fine. You can mash yours better if you want. It doesn't hurt. So I'm just going to go in with the wet ingredients now, which is the egg, the butter, the vanilla flavor, and today I'll be using milk. I just want to try this out because typically this recipe that I have been using, I don't use milk. I just use 2 eggs, but today I want to use 1 egg and then milk because yeah, I want to try it out. I think they kind of like work together in terms of softening and making the banana bread moist. So this is my egg. Then I go in with 1/2 cup of butter, melted butter. Let it not be hot, please, because you don't want it to cook your eggs, right? I'm going in with 1/2 cup of milk. I believe it will turn out well because like banana bread is something that you typically can't go wrong with. Honestly, that's what I have seen. So yeah, so I'll go in with my vanilla flavor. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor. I like to use vanilla flavor because it helps like mask the smell and the taste of egg. I really used to find it hard doing cakes, especially like vanilla cakes before, because I don't really like the smell and the taste of egg in cake, and I definitely will taste it. So all that while I wasn't using vanilla flavor, and I was wondering what the problem was. But then I think I quickly discovered that I could, make use of vanilla flavor, and that would, mask, the smell of the egg. So sometimes I put a little bit more. I'm just going to go on to stir this. You can absolutely use whisk for this, for this process of stirring and mixing, but I just saw that my whisk has my whisk utensil has giving way, so I'm just making use of this. Anyone would do. I mean, like, I always aim to like show you that you can just typically use even the basic of things to pull off anything wonderful in your kitchen. You don't have to have it all. That's what I've discovered. You can still get something nice even without having all the specific ingredients, So I'm just specific ingredients or utensils. So I'm just mixing this. And like I said, banana bread is an easy to make bread. Is banana bread or cake now? I don't know, because it's less tasking, less mixing, compared to vanilla flavored bread or any other kind where you have to keep mixing and mixing and mixing and all of that. So yeah, so this is the mix, and I'm just going to go in with my flour and my sugar and baking powder and every dry ingredient. So this is my flour, 1.5 cups of flour. That's what's in there. Next is the 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. you can put sugar. I find that because, you know, banana is sweet, and because I'll be putting in, you know, some chocolate chips in here, sometimes I don't use sugar. Sometimes I just put a little sugar, maybe 1 tablespoon or something, but it's up to you. So this is the 1 tablespoon of sugar, and I'll just go on to mix this ingredient again. Now I'm not mixing hard, you just want to go slowly, and by the time everything, you know, blends in this circular motion, you can now begin to do lift and fold like this. You can even start it immediately, just like lift, lift, fold. So this is a mixing technique you want to use, the lift and fold technique, like this. Lift, fold, lift, fold. This way you are safe from, you know, over mixing this batter. Okay, remember, this is my own recipe. Fail proof for me, so you can follow if you like. Thank you. So you want to just keep lifting and folding. Well, I can see my chunks of banana, but it's fine. It's never been a problem. So this is me after mixing the batter, and I'm just going to throw in some chocolate chips in here. And then I just mix gently. I'm still going to, you know, put it on top of the batter after I have put it into the, you know, baking pan as a topping. So yeah, so I'm going to be using this foil for the baking, and you can also use your, you know, your regular baking pan, because I mean, whatever suits you, right? So this is what I'm using, and I'm just lining it with, you know, butter, and I added a little vegetable oil just to complement the butter. So I'm just going to line everywhere from here, this way, and down below, just to ensure that the batter doesn't stick to this when it's cooking, because I'm not using a parchment paper in here. What it looks like after, you know, oiling. Yeah, and so I'm just going to pour in the batter. This is the batter after I have put it in. Yeah, I know it's full, but this is exactly how I want it to be, because there is an outlook which I want at the end of the day. So I purposely put it like this, but you may want to put your own half full. Just want to, you know, lift it and tap on it. I've done that just so it can settle properly. Okay, and then you toss it into the preheated oven at 350 degrees, and you want to bake it for about 45 minutes, or till when you feel it's done, after you've done the toothpick tests. Here is the freshly baked banana bread with the chocolate chip toppings, looking so good.